Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
The Other Side of Midnight.
77 WABC.
Local Spotlight.
Good morrow, everyone. This is The Other Side of Midnight on 77 WABC. Well, it's Friday. That means the weekend is here. That means you get the opportunity to relax for a couple of days, spend some time with loved ones, or just avoid the grind of the workplace for a couple of days. But you know what that means. It is also time for Ask Frank Anything. That's right. If you have questions on absolutely any subject, now is the time to go ahead and ask. Make them good, make them interesting, make them creative. All you have to do is dial 646-720-0635. That's 646-720-0635. You can go ahead and start queuing up right now. Well, even though the weekend is here, it may be a little bit of a rough weekend in terms of rain. And they say even up here in the Northeast that could be in some ways tied to Hurricane Helene. I think Friday today should be nice enough and decent enough, and people would be able to get some stuff done today. But it looks like both Saturday and Sunday are not at all looking promising in terms of weather and rain. Hurricane Helene is now a monster Category 4 storm, and it's threatening unsurvivable flooding. So if you look at the satellite footage, it is spiraling, this storm, all right towards Florida. Now, my father and stepmother are in Florida now. I reached out to them to see if they wanted to come on. Not only did they say that the weather where they are in their particular area of Florida is actually pretty decent, but they said they're going to go to sleep right now, so they didn't want to come on. But thankfully, in their area of Florida, things seem to be okay. All right. Want to remind you, if you do not yet have some Other Side of Midnight gear, be it a shirt, be it a cap, be it a blanket, anything at all, go to the store right now, the online store. Go to WABCRadiostore.com. That's WABCRadiostore.com. Click on personalities and then click Frank Morano. Whatever you end up purchasing, if you use the promo code FRANK15, you can save yourself 15% off. So it's a really great deal for some great stuff, great products. Again, WABCRadiostore.com. Personalities and Frank Morano, and then use the promo code FRANK15. You can actually use that promo code no matter what you buy, even if you buy other people's stuff. You just want to save some money, use that promo code. All right, let me hear your question. 646-720-0635.
Beam me up!
To be continued.
If you're having problems with your septic system and you're tired of spending so much money each year to have it pumped, then SeptiClean is the answer for you. SeptiClean is an advanced specially formulated blend of bacteria used in the treatment of home and commercial septic systems. The breakdown of waste in your system relies on biological activity of naturally occurring bacteria. SeptiClean restores the natural biological process in your septic system and boosts the existing biological activity. SeptiClean is completely safe on all plumbing and can help prevent expensive emergencies in pumping. SeptiClean has approximately 6 to 100 times the bacteria count of other leading off-the-shelf brands in a 1-year supply. SeptiClean comes in a water-soluble pack, which you flush down the toilet once a month with no mess or stress. Save time, money, and maintenance on your septic system. Find SeptiClean at Emporium True Value Hardware on Main Street in Sag Harbor, or visit micro-tab.com. That's micro-tabb.com. Micro-tabb.com.
Lights, camera, innovation. Walt Disney Studios chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to transform the movie-making process. Together, we kept a remote production hub in Hawaii in sync with a team in California to bring Lilo and Stitch to theaters this summer. This is picture-perfect collaboration. This is Walt Disney Studios with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
The Other Side of Midnight.
77 WABC.
Local Spotlight.
Good morrow, everyone. This is The Other Side of Midnight. I'm Frank Morano on 77 WABC. Thank you for listening. Well, by now you have heard the news. It looks like Mayor Eric Adams is officially indicted. That indictment was unsealed. I'm going to get into the strength of that indictment in just a moment and where I think we're going from a criminal justice perspective in just a moment. But let's talk about the politics here. We spent a little bit of time talking about this yesterday, and I mentioned something that people should absolutely be concerned about, which is the fact that this indictment of Mayor Adams is emboldening former Governor Andrew Cuomo to potentially jump in to this crowded race for mayor. Since last year, Cuomo had signaled to some people that he was not likely to run against Adams, given their shared base of primarily moderate black Democratic voters. But Cuomo's calculus has now shifted amidst Adams's deepening legal problems. So I think it is very likely that Cuomo is going to jump into this race, and that's what all the pundits are saying as well. And Cuomo's reached out over the last year to all sorts of people comprising the city's political infrastructure, business leaders, labor leaders, all sorts of other people about running for mayor. So his political team has laid the groundwork by trying to give Cuomo an aura of inevitability, positing that he would be a sure winner in a 90-day nonpartisan special election if Adams were to leave office. Cuomo would, in part, rely on his near universal name ID to dominate the field. And honestly, I do think that is something that would help him. The one thing that I think would really hurt him is that in a nonpartisan special election, everybody gets to vote. And it's true, Cuomo is popular among senior citizens, and it's true he has more name recognition than almost anybody in the field. You have the right wing, the right of center people that will never get over what Cuomo did as governor, not just COVID, but everything he did as governor. And I don't see those people adopting him. Also, the hard left, the progressives, are never going to back Cuomo for governor, given the COVID situation, given his sexual harassment scandals, given a lot of other things that he did that don't neatly align with where progressive politicians are these days. So I think he's going to have a problem with the left and on the right, and I'm not sure he can make up enough ground in the center in order to actually win the election. We'll see.
Beam me up!
To be continued.
Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
The Other Side of Midnight.
77 WNBC.
Local Spotlight.
One aspect of this Eric Adams case that I find very troubling, it's not the upgrades for flights or anything like that. It's the fact that if it's true, the mayor was apparently willing to accept foreign and illegal campaign contributions in order to have those contributions matched 8-1 by the taxpayer. Now, there's something very concerning about this, but this is far from the first time that we've seen someone running for city office being willing to exploit their donors and use straw donors in order to maximize the 8-1 matching funds. And Brooklyn City Council member Lincoln Ressler, who is a longtime vocal critic of the mayor, is calling on the city's campaign finance board to immediately suspend the distribution of public matching funds to Adams' 2025 mayoral campaign. And I can understand why, but I'm fearful that as long as you continue to have this matching funds program, which is now not just at the city level, it's also at the state level, you're going to see this happen again and again. I think you're going to see people using straw donors, doing whatever it takes to make sure they're maximizing the number of contributors in order to get that 8-1 matching funds. We've seen it with initially John Liu was investigated for this, as David Patterson mentioned yesterday on the Katz and Cosby show. It's interesting that John Liu is one of the people calling on Mayor Adams to resign. But we saw this with Malcolm Smith, the former Senate Majority Leader, when he was running for mayor. We saw this with former Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin when he was running for controller. That temptation of 8-1 matching funds, of having that free money subsidized by the taxpayer, it's just too much. It's just too much, and I do not think that it should be permitted. I understand the reason for campaign finance matching funds and things of that nature. Got to figure something else out. I don't know whether the solution is democracy dollars or democracy vouchers or something else entirely. But as long as the taxpayers are still giving away this free money to politicians and their supporters are going to keep finding a way to game the system in order to maximize those contributions and that free money from the taxpayer. Bottom line, we've got to put an end to these matching funds. It's got to happen. If we don't, then what we're seeing with Adams and what we've seen with a half dozen other people in the last couple of years, we're going to keep seeing it year after year. And the greater the match, the greater the criminality.
Beam me up!
To be continued.
Having trouble hearing in work meetings? Eventually you zone out. You've missed too much to catch up now. Get your confidence back with Nuance Audio.
Don't worry, I just spoke with the sales office, and they assured me the order has already been processed.
The new invisible hearing solution that's built into your glasses. Nuance Audio glasses help you hear better and reduce background noise, so you can tune into your meetings all day long. Learn more at nuanceaudio.com.
We off? 30 seconds of carefree bliss. Oof, like wind in your hair carefree. Oh, like using Clorox disinfecting all-purpose cleaner in the home carefree. Yes. Like Doc slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox carefree. He's on a roll now. Spit toothpaste on the faucet. You got it. You got it. Peanut butter on the light switch. Oh, spritz, spritz. Spritz, spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good.
Okay, we're back. Use as directed.
What makes a great pair of glasses? At Warby Parker, it's all the invisible extras without the extra cost. Their designer quality frames start at $95, including prescription lenses, plus scratch-resistant, smudge-resistant, and anti-reflective coatings, and UV protection, and free adjustments for life. To find your next pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to find the Warby Parker store nearest you, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.
The Other Side of Midnight.
77 WNBC.
Local Spotlight.
Well, oral arguments are being heard in Manhattan Supreme Court in a pair of lawsuits today aiming to push through congestion pricing, despite Governor Kathy Hochul's wise decision to put a pause on it just 3 weeks before its intended launch. And let me tell you, these lawsuits are not just meritless, they're an insult to every hardworking New Yorker trying to make ends meet. For years, we've heard the same tired arguments from those pushing congestion pricing, that it'll raise billions for public transit and cut down on traffic and emissions in Manhattan. But at what cost? This is nothing more than another attempt to saddle working-class New Yorkers with yet another tax, and this time they're targeting drivers, many of whom have no choice but to commute by car to make a living, especially those who can't rely on the sometimes unreliable, always overcrowded public transit system. Now, these lawsuits, brought forth by environmental groups and transit advocates, claim Hochul's pause violates state laws on emissions reduction and the right to a clean environment. But what about the right of everyday New Yorkers to not be taxed into oblivion? Are we really supposed to believe that congestion pricing is the silver bullet that's going to solve all of New York City's problems? Give me a break. Instead of coming up with new ways to reach into our wallets, how about tackling the issue of fare evasion, which costs the MTA millions every year? Maybe then we'd see a real influx of funds into our public transit system without burdening the very people who are struggling the most. These lawsuits should be laughed right out of court, and yet here we are, wasting more taxpayer dollars on a fight that shouldn't even exist. I wish the people pushing this congestion pricing boondoggle would focus their energy on real solutions that don't involve punishing the working class. Instead of squeezing us for every last cent, how about they do something about the rampant fare evasion that's draining the system dry? We all want cleaner air and better public transportation, but congestion pricing isn't the answer. It's a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, a quick cash grab disguised as progress. I say, let's take a stand against this misguided attempt to tax us into submission and demand real solutions that help, not hurt, the people of New York. So as the lawyers take their arguments to court today, remember this: congestion pricing isn't about making life better for New Yorkers. It's about taking more money out of our pockets, and that's something we should all be fighting against.
Beam me up!
To be continued.
If you're having problems with your septic system and you're tired of spending so much money each year to have it pumped, then SeptiClean is the answer for you. SeptiClean is an advanced, specially formulated blend of bacteria used in the treatment of home and commercial septic systems. The breakdown of waste in your system relies on biological activity of naturally occurring bacteria. SeptiClean restores the natural biological process in your septic system and boosts the existing biological activity. SeptiClean is completely safe on all plumbing and can help prevent expensive emergencies in pumping. SeptiClean has approximately 6 to 100 times the bacteria count of other leading off-the-shelf brands in a 1-year supply. SeptiClean comes in a water-soluble pack, which you flush down the toilet once a month with no mess or stress. Save time, money, and maintenance on your septic system. Find SeptiClean at Emporium True Value Hardware on Main Street in Sag Harbor, or visit micro-tab.com. That's micro-tabb.com. Micro-tabb.com.